For my 20% time project, I made Tower Defense. It's a game based off of Bloons Tower Defense. So when you first start out, you start out with your first turret. You just place it down. You can move it wherever you want on the field. The way I've programmed this is the enemy little turrets will come in here, and once they hit one of the corners, they'll instantly flip directions. First, it'll check all the directions besides the way that it came from. So it'll check this way first. Or, sorry, actually, it'll check the clockwise way first. So since this way does work, then it'll just move this way. But once it hits this wall, it's going to check not the way it came from, but then it's going to go clockwise from that. So this way doesn't continue it. This way doesn't. And then it gets to the last part where it'll move down. So the first turret is like the mini, what do you call it? Like the medium turret. Then you have the shorter range turret. Actually, sorry, it's the longer range turret. But it shoots kind of slower, but it does more damage, it seems. One of them just got to my... Two of them got to my tower, so you can see my health bar up here. Better start throwing on some normal turrets. And then I have the third heavy gunner as well that does damage to multiple enemies around the zone. So you also can buy this med pack at the end to heal your health back up. The way I've made this is all of these different turrets have different radiuses of which they fire. So it checks them like this little cone. I'm gonna guess it doesn't really have tiles. This game doesn't really have tiles to it. So I'm gonna check. I guess it's gonna be like this in like a cone shape going around. And once it looks at any of the zones, if it tracks one of them, then it'll start firing at it. So, but then also, I've had to add all these different sprites and stuff and throw them on here together and all of the particles as well. So we got the heavy gunner here. It does more damage than the rest of them. And when you buy the turrets, so for instance I've got 220 and counting, once I use it, it automatically subtracts it from your score. But then you can put them on top of each other as well, because there's no tiles in this game to prevent you from doing that like the original game. But otherwise, that's pretty much what I've done for my 20% time project. It's taken a while of programming the AI and whatnot to get out to the field at different times. Sometimes it'll come right after really quickly. Sometimes it'll come later. It just kind of depends. That's what I've done for my 20% time project.